All right, I'm making this video to document my garage ripening bay for next year. First of all, here is how I've hung the exhaust fan and piped it out of the garage through the hole that I made in this 2x4. You can also see how I've got two pulleys coming down to hold up both the light rail and the reflective mylar panel from the same thing up there, hook. Here's the mylar panel. This one is labeled right. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right, the right-hand panel if you're looking at it from looking in the garage door. That's how this is labeled the back panel or back wall. So that's the naming convention. Here's where the controller is for the fan. Here's how the lights are set up, 6 inches apart. I will make sure these are well marked for next year. Probably just leave the green things on in place. Here's, I'll probably maybe leave this timer on, but it's strapped fairly securely. I'll probably leave it on. It's just too hard to reproduce that. And I'll leave this power strip on the rail. What else? Again, there's one pulley here to hold up the rail through this 2x4 through the hole to pull them together. And then another pulley or another. So there's two pulleys, one for this and one for this other to hold up the other side of the panel. You'll notice this back panel is hooked on here because that way it hangs just about to the floor, and this is lower. The back is lower than the front to accommodate different height trees. Similarly on this side you can see two pulleys, one that holds up this panel and one that comes down and goes through this hole and holds up the rail for the lights. This panel is labeled left. It's on the left-hand side facing in. And the last panel here is hooked on to the light rail, and it's labeled front wall, I think. There's also a mylar panel on a 1x2, 10-foot 1x2 on each side. It's labeled top left side, right up here. So when you see that label, that's where it goes. I think that, and the 6-inch exhaust goes right in the middle of the top, down through the middle of the top panel. The sensor for the exhaust fan hangs down here, about halfway through. Oh, there's also a 1x2 going, and a little extension 1x2. Actually, this one's a 2x2, but it basically props up the mylar in the middle of the tent so that it doesn't just rest on the lights and gives a little more support. I think that's about it. It worked well this year, and just documenting it so that I can reproduce it next year.